Hello! Welcome to another stream. It is me, Indigo Wavecaster. Okay, this is me, Indigo Wavecaster, and I'm ready to stream more Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, and we're here to learn, I think, get tasked to learn about the art of the deal from the Pelu Pelu. That's the path, the split path they had between the Hanu Hanu and the Pelu Pelu. I decided to go with the Pelu Pelu first, which are known to be great salesmen and crafters. Probably gonna be the tribe that we have to deal with as as crafters and gatherers. Wuklamat is ready to search out the Dawn Servant's Elector. Yeah, so in the last stream I did, basically we sailed off to Torio Lao and to help Wuklamat. She's in the competition with 3 others to become the next leader, king, queen, whatever you want to call it. And we're in her camp. She came to recruit us at the very end of Endwalker, and now we're here to help her. So the competition is that we have to go find the electors. I think it was like 7 of them or 9 of them, and we had to complete some tasks by them, all according to the saga, as they call it, of the current king. So let's go. Let's look for the elector. Now, not my finest moment, I'll admit, but now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Kra, Alice, and I will speak with the merchants. Wook Lamont, you and Aaronville might try approaching travelers and passerbys. Azure, pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise. She's the third promise, as in the third competitor. She has 2 older brothers. She is adopted, along with the second eldest brother. And then there's a 4th one who's not related to the current emperor, but he's a two-headed, what do you call him, a Mulja? So, just like the current emperor. So they think he thinks he has a chance. He won his chance to be a contestant, to be the next emperor from a contest, from some sort of fighting contest. The Dawn Servant's Elector. Ah, I thought you were a new face in town. Here for a right of succession, I take it. Me, I don't care who sits the throne so long as they keep Toral peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. Oh, right, yes, you were asking about the elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I heard that there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Tobli, could probably tell you more about it. Okay. He's trying to sell us some mezcal already. Well, they are known for being, like, good merchants. Did I attune already? No. I mean, I already did, so... A porter, okay. Electors, oh yes, I heard all about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zarolja. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers. In the thousands column, potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? Please just answer my question. Very well, you said you wanted to know about the Elector. I could help you, but I won't. I can't. I can tell you're no supporter of Zarol Ja or his policies. So, the first promise is the current emperor's only flesh and blood son, but he doesn't have two heads. And that's why the fourth promise, I guess, is what they call him, thinks he has a chance because he's the only competitor with two heads. But apparently the first promise wants to conquer the rest of Torral, I guess, to unify all the different settlements. So there would be more trade, more land, more everything. I forgot. The second one was about innovation and technology. He studied in Charlian. The third, our current, the person we're trying to help win, is about maintaining peace and tranquility and, you know, trying to peacefully coexist everywhere with everyone all at once. And the fourth guy is just a two-headed, really cocky guy. Mablu. What's a Mablu? Oh, that's his name. Hello there, I'm Mablu. Do you have a question for me? Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prize alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Tobly, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobly noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. And that person that got spit on must have been our Wuklamat. Because she was talking about it. She was afraid of the alpacas. She didn't like them. Why wireless headphones already acting out? It was okay. Come on, work. There we go. Okay. Now we can hear it again. Okay, Wook Lamont. I scouted. I talked to people. You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and a stack of blankets, and then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobly is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. Really, he's also the head rancher. Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. I said we paid a visit before the others returned. Yeah, all three of the people I talked to tried to sell me something. So, let's just drive that point home that they're all expert merchants and trying to sell us stuff. Alright, back to the ranch. That is a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Is that her right there? Tobly? Are you Tobly? Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobly? Tobly, oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobly often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though. Who among us could, am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So, it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Toby a deal he can't ignore, no problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Toby. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Alright, so it's a puzzle. Great, we can meet back here to share our impressions. Okay, so that was Mablu with the pink. Well, obviously I'm not Tobly. I mean, oops, I should have said that. You're meant to find out yourself who Tobly is, or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. Diligent ranch hand. Ah, a visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, a Palkus will spit if you start with them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. You think I might be Tobly? Haha. Ha, well maybe I am. All I will say is that in this village none have reared more alpacas than I. Am I Tobly? Yes, that's me. Excellent for the third promise and her entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of succession then? Alright. Back to our waiting destination. I see we're both done with our interrogations. So who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear you pick. The nonchalant ranch hand. I don't know if I'm right. I don't think it's the boastful one. Well, he seemed unconvincing to me. If that's your choice, then that's who we'll talk to. Help me offer you a deal. The truth of who you are in exchange for a tiny sum. What do you say? It's not him, is it? I say hand over the coin. The truth is I'm not even a ranch hand. I'd just like to come by and watch the alpacas. What? You don't even work here? I knew I should have gone with my gut on this one. But now's not the time to mourn wasted coin. We need to regroup and rethink this. The diligent Reg. Ah, the worker's so intent on stable chores. I have my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off of our mystery wrench hand, so to speak. What if it's not him either? We know it's you, Toby. To prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Toby, head ledger of Wachampello, and head rancher of the family ranch. I am also one of Galul Jaja's chosen electors. Aha, in a place featured in Talyalal saga, just as we thought. Though it took more coin than I would have liked to know for certain. Well, I'm sorry. She found you out fair and square, Toby. I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity had her bid ended here.
Deducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Alright. I like it when the voice actor comes in. Hello, Emberlyn! Don't look, this is spoilers for Dawntrail. This is spoilers for Dawntrail. You're not there yet. I think you're still stuck in Stormblood, right? I'm Yeah, so I finally got into the game. Finally, the servers weren't full people anymore. So I got in. I got in. Oh, here comes the first one. You would like to give you numbers. Oh my god, I was going to stream Final Fantasy 14, but it's not downloading fast. You you uninstalled it? How could you? I mean, not no. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I understand. Yeah, the update takes a bit, but you know, you already beat the end game of Final Fantasy 14. You are like you have the fashion, you have the costume, you know. So now you can beat. So now you can play through the rest of the game now that you've beaten the end game, right?
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
They did, but I didn't really mess with it yet. But yeah, each piece of equipment should have two different places where you can color it. So you can dye it like two different colors, and it should be in two different places on each piece of equipment. Not just armor, weapons too. Though I didn't really mess with it yet. I was so excited to get into the story because I wanted to know what happens next that I didn't do anything but like went went into the story. I didn't even grab the new jobs yet. Well, I did grab one of them, but it would take me 10 levels. I would have to level at 10 levels to catch up. So I was like, nah, I'm just gonna jump into this story as Reaper, my main Walker.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
Just stares at them.
You're Tobli.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed.
I mean, we were already talking to him so they could figure it out, you know?
With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered the number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
Oh?
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example!
Oh no. Did someone get spit on by the alpacas? They kept talking about how smelly it was.
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, third promise?
Oh no, she can get spit on.
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said. Ah, the little monster spat on me! Oh, it stinks. I can't.
Stop embarrassing yourself. Stand up. Stand up.
Being both both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell.
You know, I can see it that where this guy, he's just gonna run up to the creature and grab it. He doesn't even care if they spit on him. He'll just basically move through the spit like it never even happened.
And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching.
Okay.
The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
You know, you gotta be gentle. Sometimes you gotta understand the people that you're ruling, I think. Is that the lesson?
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
Yeah, he's gonna be covered in spit, but he won't care.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas.
We look so sad for her.
That doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Yeah.
Are you all right, Orclamart? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
That doesn't help either.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
We did.
Oh, we certainly did.
Alright. I had to go and wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff for me, just to be sure? The stench has ruined my sense of smell. Hey, I saw that look. Alright. Erdville wishes to discuss the feat of gold. As Wuglamod helped demonstrate, the Valley Alpaca are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful, give me one of those then. Have you perhaps forgotten we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you'll need to find a saddler and make them an offer. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel. In the thousands column. 10,000 pel? You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. Converting good, that comes to 1,000,000 or so. Perhaps if we all pitch in, that's too much. No, this is a feat. This is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money somehow. Or just find another way. In that case... The basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier, 1 pel. In the hundreds column, 100 pel, okay. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for even more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. That's a nice gesture, but you think I can turn 100 pel into 1,000,000? That's 10,000 times more. We need 10,000 pel, not 1,000,000, so we're looking at 100 times more. Oh, right, I panicked and got confused with Alpha Node's 1,000,000 gil. I'm not so sure about this trading idea. You were almost talking to buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived. But I hate it when you're right. Then let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again. Mablu. I work here as a red hand, but I also learn a lot about the peddler profession. It's alright if I aid them now, yes? I guided the claimants towards the first step of the feat like you asked. As long as Book Lamont goes alone to capture her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whomever she likes. Hooray! Let's see about getting you that saddle then, Third Promise. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It would be easier to haggle over price without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the wrench work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Gladly, although Azure, I think you should go with Wook Lamont. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over. I'll surely have sage advice to share. In that case, you should hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or sold in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'll do such a thing, but I'll leave the wool with Azure anyways. Better to keep my hands free. To begin, I suggest we try trading the wool to Havli, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea how much he'll accept for his wares. So, it is all about the art of the deal. We're gonna have to trade up. I heard stories like this before in like old fables and fairy tales, something like that. So to see it like being used here as a test is quite interesting. I like it actually. I like it a lot. But okay, let's find this guy. Havli, there you are. Something I can do for you? We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. That's not enough. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, third promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. 5,000? Hold on. Did you say third promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. 3 years. That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I must support the man of ambition who will see my business proper. Zoral Zhao will go to war and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. Can't say that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Woklamat. The younger ones, though, to them strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still, others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future the second promise envisions. They become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havley, convinced that the first promised plan for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. What about you, Mablu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I memorized the accounts of what it was like when the Yok ruled our village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn Servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well, then I guess I better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the saddle maker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Let things change. We just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of Toria law on the line. Then neither will I. We will make you Dawn Servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. So let's first try exchange the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. Strange to find someone who needs alpaca wool is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. See, that's a good idea. He said he was a weaver. Of course, the weaver. Bol Nook was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision. He was there to buy wool. I think I remembered the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to the road where we first met him. Well, if we first met him on the road, would he be on by now? Alright, I'm going back down the road. He is still here. Okay, so they stopped him. No? Okay, he's not here. That makes more sense. This is the spot. After Bull Knock talked to us, he walked off to the south. Then he was probably going to Ikovlo's Inn. Most visitors to Wunchompelo end up staying there. Let's go check, shall we? Okay, we're going to another settlement then, right? I can't tell. Can't see me. Rat tail. That's a big old rat monster thing. It looks like another settlement. I think they're pretty close. Oh, is that a flying land shark thing? Oh, there's also a, yeah. What do you call it? Oh, okay, it's a player. Okay. I have that mount too, but I thought it was actually a land shark monster thing. My first Aether card. There we go. You cove those in. Get out of the way, bird. Can I have that basket, Azure? Thanks. Now let's see if we can turn a profit. Well, Nook, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? I promise you wish to do business with me. Might I ask what this is all about? Yeah, so she's gonna explain everything to him and see if he can give something that's worth something. He could use the wool anyways, that's what he was there for. So here's even more wool. I see. So the goal is to turn the basket wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Peace and Terral is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledge to preserve the peace win the throne. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory. Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily fetch 5 pel in the hundreds column. That's very generous, Bolnock. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you, I promise. May fortune bless your future dealings. I can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Azure remembered our weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts of trading, one which you've instinctively mastered. You think so? I know so. Now, let's make our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Here, Azure, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Aaronville would never let me hear the end of it. All set. Our next deal is waiting to be found. Excellent trade. Okay, that's a nice little graphic for it. Success. You traded a 100 pel basket of alpaca wool for 500 pel wool poncho. Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we also consider supply and demand. Individual and urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho? They have a fabulous sense of style. It's a nice sturdy poncho, but the design is traditional. I don't think fashion is part of its appeal. So only those people with a practical need would be interested. So, like travelers? Wait, that's the obvious answer, isn't it? We look for a person with a poncho and hope they're eager to buy one. And there you go. We find the demand of our supply. So, where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are any number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the end. There might be interested travelers. Who here needs a poncho? A lot of Mamojo hardly wear anything to begin with. They're probably those are probably Landsguard or sell swords. Mamojo who soldier for a living prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movements. So even if they have bare shoulders, Mamojo carrying arms can be struck off the list. Find a potential customer. Hilbigo. Hardbin Hilbigo. Sweaty Droppo. Tell me, who among the gathered travelers do you think might be amenable to a proposal? Professional fighters like those of the Landsguard would have little interest, though the same could be said of any Horali who prioritizes ease of movement in their work. Sweaty, disconcerted. See, he looks like he's wearing fighting gear. These three, so this one? This one's already fully dressed. An artisan or peddler, perhaps. Come to rest after visiting Wunchin Pillow. Like Bolnak would be my guess. Okay. And this guy, he's not carrying a weapon at least. Let's see, no coat or cloak, but also no weapon. Oh, we might have a winner. Ho there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on the way here and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Toli Yorlao, and was dressed quite smartly. All the better show the Pelu I am a man who takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well. But now look at me. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. What a splendid poncho, though this would be the perfect replacement for the coat I lost. Would you be willing to part with it? We'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade for one of your fine tool, perhaps. What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. A hatchet. The blade looks sharp, the half well made. I value it at 1 pel in the thousands column. So 1,000 pel instead of 500. Oh ho, from 500 to 1,000 we have a deal. Wonderful, a fine garment such as this should put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Met Plus Mate Garden, for one, her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate, and I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to have met you. I wanted to see him wear it, though. I guess not. Did you hear that? We already found our next buyer. To Meat Plu's Mate Garden we go. Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. These ones would be the calm type, right? Fine hatchet. Success, you traded a 500 pel wool poncho for a 1,000 pel hatchet. Independent merchant. Mountain Chromite. Let's see. Do you have a... I just want to see what it looks like. Okay, so it's like black and metal. Try on. Yeah, I think I've seen this model before, right? But now it's just a darker color. Okay, I just want to see what it looks like. But also, the armor. What does the armor look like? Lobo skin. Oh, Oh, I think I saw this at the main shop at the Torio Law. Okay. Bead of gold. Okay. Well done recognizing that toolmaker has a potential customer. If you have mind to change professions, you make an excellent merchant. I think our gloves, like, I don't think my gear is super up to date. 645. My gloves are 650. Never mind, I have better gloves. Yeah, but my gear wasn't super up to date. I didn't really do like a savage raiding, so I just kind of ran dungeons and I mostly grinded for the weapon here, for the relic weapon. Uglamon steals herself for the ride to find your next trading partner. Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold this. The hatchet, right? Yeah, the hatchet. Well, with that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Mablu has so kindly provided. Yeah, let's go. Ready to go? Let's mount up. Before we do that, let me go grab a snack really quick. Get back in just a second. Alright. Have me some ramen snack. According to the packaging. It's shaped like ramen, but it's like crunchy, like chips. Oh, okay. They're gonna automatically take me. Please don't spit. Please don't spit. He'll be fine. These ones are accustomed people. I still don't trust them. Oh, those are Lobos. I remember fighting Lobos in Final Fantasy VI. I swear that mountain is too tall to be real. Well, Corazomor, wasn't that the name? A forbidding sight, isn't it? One I never appreciated up close. You have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there. To the highlands belong to the Yok Hui. So Mablu, you said you were learning about the peddler profession. You don't care for ranch work? What is that? Queen Hawk? That's not a hawk. That's a bug. You see, I'm not sure I have the talent for it. I can help you buy the taming saddle, though. Maybe be proof that I can do this after all. In that case, you better get ready to be a merchant. Look, we're almost there. We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent them to help the alpacas back to Ikovlo's Inn, so we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn servant, weren't you, Threat Promise? That I was. Then perhaps you understand I was an orphan too, you see. Toby took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? Yes, everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for the set-off. You're prepared for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Add to that Wuglamott's way with people, we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. Let's meet Blue herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the third promise, and let's get to the bargaining. Like a... Despite these small settlements, there's no Aether rights there. Lar Tarto? Sorrow? Solace? Oh, there's one down here. You have that little axe for me? Thanks, now to see what we can get for it. You're Meeple, the owner of these fields. I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the third promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have on offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan, the razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the 1,000 column, the same price as the hatchet. This deal would bring us no closer to the mezcal. If I may, Mr. Toulouse, harvesting season is not the demand of hatchets afford them a higher value. It is indeed the season, which is why I procure an ample batch of tools well in advance. We missed the window for demand. In that case, we have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way: a generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming, and I will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Wuglamott. That is why I am prepared to purchase the spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair given your reason, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this, then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Until Coda's reform come about, I can always use more hands in the fields. Then you go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Add value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can rest up here if you like, Mablu. Azure and I have mate to gather. No, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. Man, I should come back as a... What's that class called? What's that class called when you... I should come back as a botanist. That'll be fun. Branch of verdant mate leaves. Harvest verdant mate leaves. Okay. We can't tell if any of them are healthy though. So then we need 5 batches of healthy ones though. I don't know which ones are healthy. Just gonna grab them. This music kind of reminds me of Zelda a little bit. Alright, Meat Poo. I got 5 of them for you. What do you think now? You brought me some leaves then. Acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fared before I make any decisions, though. Here, we brought our share as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves. Premium mate. Bought at the shop. 1 sack of those leaves could cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. 5,000 then. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talking the contents aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. Don't they make the muscal out of the mate leaves, so therefore we could trade with the muscal producer? Mobly, what's wrong? As I was saying before, even after everything Toby's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Toby to accept my decision then? Have you mentioned your plans to leave? So you need to give up then. Have you mentioned your plans to leave? Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, not because he expected of me. I want to preserve Tara's peace and becoming Dawn Servant happens to be the best way to do it. You would live a life of your own choosing. I wouldn't be surprised if Toby held the same opinion. So talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first we have a saddle to buy, and I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel. No, I think we're close enough. I said we go straight for the premium muscal. Bargain away to double the value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you, the promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kona and Zorolja? I mean, of course I am. I am Wook Lamont of the Dawn's Promise, after all. How dare she doubt herself. Top grade mate leaves. Success, you traded a 1,000 pel hatchet for a 5,000 pel sack of top grade mate leaves. Oklahoma has her eye on a jug of premium muscal. Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't want to risk proving Ereville's point. Ready then? Our next stop is the Muscal Distillery. Is it back at the village? Yeah, it's back at the town. Let's just teleport there. There we are. That's far away. I was like 3 steps away. We'll have to speak with a man by the name of Gobley. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as the master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we're to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need targeted information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. If you could talk to people here in the distillery, Azure, perhaps Woklamat could do the same at the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. Babilja. Babil? Me? I'm a chief from Toria Law. I often come here to buy Gobley's Mezcal, the finest in Torao, according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. It would be nice to have less potent refreshments during such conversations. Else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. Okay, so it's strong stuff. Suvli? Gobley might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it that he's been invited to the palace for business negotiation. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be left out of sun perch. Okay. So he has a rumpled appearance, according to them. Raplu. There's not much I can say about Gobley, but I can tell you what Gobley's been saying. The other day he was muttering about monsters prowling around agave jaws. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the Mezcal. Their presence has made it hard to procure said ingredients and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightly bring joy to people if he can't keep making the thing they love. Why are you guys all the way over here now? So far away. So what did you find out? All these things. Oh, we can make use of all these tidbits. The deal is good sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobley is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You can go ahead and I'll bring Woklamat. Okay. The hill behind the distillery. Here? Oh, there he is. You have business with me, madam. Why don't we talk down below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? Cute little thing, just walking around in circles, turning the thing. Please be voiced. Come on, do it, game. I believe in you. Fine, won't be voiced. Now, what's this about? Keep it brief, if you would. I'm a busy man. Oops, wrong button. Excellent choice. I must warn you, though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have pellet, but we can offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. Oh, I thought they were used to make the mezcal. No deal? Just like that? So, I hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? Trying to sell us mezcal already? Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? Who will go to say for strong drink? Gobley's invitation to the palace. The monsters. I don't know. To a strong drink. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of our regular customers, a Hubigo chief, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy Moscow, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mate tea, for instance. And brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Ah, you're right. Absolutely right. I've noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hubigo friend, but did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no second lease is worth the mezcal you're after. Shall we offer to call the monster causing them trouble? No? Not yet. We'll keep that card up our sleeve until we need it. She smiled and showed some teeth. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony in Beck will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes, I must admit, I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Volok Shunsa. It would be such a shame to miss a chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer, something a deal for court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing. An introduction to a weaver. His name is Bolnook, and his works are highly regarded in Yarlal. As a supporter of Wook Lamont and keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. This is certainly a tempting proposal, and one of which I should like to take full advantage, but the scales still aren't quite balancing. Say, weren't there monsters running amok in Agave Jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring cell swords to clear them out. Factoring in that safe expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. Alright, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment, and Azure will take care of these prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bolnook. The fields you're looking for are just north of Wanshinpelo. Be safe! Okay, let's go fight as a monster! I'm ready to fight a thing. Let's go fight a thing. Oh, it's down there. Okay. Let's try not to take damage. Alright, we made it down safely. Awesome. Okay. Let's go. Did you find it? That should be Agave Jaws over there. Let's go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you finish clearing out your share of the pests. Okay. Hi, Sovli. Traveler, welcome to Agave Jaws, friend. How can I be of service? I'm good. I'm good. Destination. Okay. Alright, spawn that monster. Let's go fight a monster. Prickly Barb Mole. Not that strong. Not that strong. Man, I love the music. The battle music is so nice. That bam bam. I remember hearing on the trailer for the Viper. So nice. So good. Alright. Alright. Here goes another one. Alright, you're over there gardening, we can't even talk to you, you're concentrating, I get it. Don't want to be disturbed. Alright, this should do it. Boom! One more? Oh, it's Will Lamont. Okay. You good? You got it? Ah, you got them. I'm proud of you. Compared to the creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Mablu the second lead so we can seal the deal. Alright, let's go. Can't wait until I can fly across this place. So, I think I need to come back to this map and unlock the second half, right? That's how they did it in Stormblood. I feel like they're going to do it that way here too. Like, I won't be able to reach all the Aether Currents until later on in the story or something. And, man, it's hard to see myself ending this with level 100 gear when I finish the story. Those monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now, if I could just have the sack of leaves. There you go. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Goblin. Here are the mate leaves and a written introduction to Ball Nook, as agreed. Then the deal is done here. It's done. Here, your jug of premium Moscow, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Yes, we finally had the Moscow. Great work, especially you, Mablu. You're the one that inspired me to come this far, I promise. But let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand, for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. Am I level 91 yet? Excellent trade. Okay. Success. Got dye coming in? Okay. Even at the palace, I don't think I held a 1,000 held jug of anything before. My hand won't stop shaking. Here, you better hold on to it until we get to the saddle maker. Can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over? Luckily, half of these places is not far. We just need to head across the plaza. Alright, let's go. I like how it's nighttime now. It fits. This is it, the trade we've been working towards. Phew, still one piece. Right, time to make our deal. Get your tools ready, Saddler. We brought your precious Mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug, but you had nothing. A few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. Although I suit her aid, no claimant, but Zaralja, I cannot go against the guiding principle of the Pelu Pelu. The trade is a fair one. I will craft your saddle there, I promise. Great. Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long. Your commission is ready. Catching a Wadapaka is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. Ah, I can taste that smooth mezcal already. We did it! The saddle's ours! You still need to get an alpaca, though. I think we started out with only a 100-pound basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you're going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that there, Promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. Is Mascot a real thing? Or did they change the name of it to suit Final Fantasy setting? What's Mezcal? I have to look this up. I have to look up. What is Mezcal? Let's see. What is Mezcal? Sometimes spelled Mezcal with the S instead of a Z is a distilled alcoholic beverage made from any type of agave. Agave, right? Agaves or maguis are endemic to the Americas and found globally as ornamental plants. Let's see, mezcal versus tequila. What's the difference? Mezcal is a smoky tasting spirit made from various agave plants in underground ovens. Tequila is a smooth tasting spirit made from blue agave in above ground ovens. Oh, okay. I don't really drink alcohol, so but I'm like, maybe I should try it because they keep talking about it. Just, I don't know, maybe like a really small bottle, and I'll just take a sip like once per night or something at most. I don't want to get drunk or anything. And who knows, I might not like it though. Who knows? You acquired the saddle then. Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring one out of our I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. I know. There's something I need to learn. Don't be scared. It's just spit. It won't actually harm you. It's stinky, but it won't harm you. That's right. Shake away the fear. You got this. Great sunken gods. I did. Great sunken gods. Moldy onions. He hardly seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of Wook-Lamot's touch. That's because of the singular scent with which his head has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute. You're only now noticing that? Zhao Zhao. He's back. Golden alpaca? What? Having done exactly what he set out to do. The alpaca he's brought, is it just me or is it glowing? It's glowing. It's golden. I've heard tales of such a beast. They say that golden alpaca lives a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? A beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the first promise exceeds you, Wook-Lamot. Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Tarao can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and the hopelessness firsthand. Wow. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict. The wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join the founding of Tolialal all those years ago. Consider the younger generations of this village. Since birth have they basked in unbroken harmony. And behold, they regard war not as tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much needed lessons in the realities of conquest and a renewed appreciation for peacetime. It's true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawned, and the ruins it left behind. Yeah. The Guardian Empire was a congregation of simpletons. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts, only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. That is why Galul Jaja does not elevate the Mamulja, why he treats all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite only Tolialal, but the star in its entirety. That's crazy talk. Trying to build an empire like Garlemald. But why does he think he would succeed if Garlemald failed? That's the question. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Oh, well done indeed. The first promise has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present to you your much-deserved keystone? He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even with Kona. It's like we're not even family. I'll ponder Zorolja and his mysteries later. Right now I need to think about finishing the Feet of Gold. I have my saddle, I practice how to use it, so lead on to where the Wada Pacas roam. The Valley of Orankanka is northwest of here. Come on everyone, even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Wuklamat off on her hunt. Let's go. A really far place. Oh, down here? Down there, okay. How do I get down there without killing myself? Oh. Hello there. There we go. Okay, jump up here. Down here. Did I just jump down there? No, I keep going upwards though. North. Well, now do I need to find my way back up? Yep. Yep. All these rocks are in the way. Okay. Now we're back up on the path. Look at Alpaca. There they are. I know I can do this. I know I can. Here on Wuklamot as she marshals her courage to attempt the harrowing task of capturing a wild alpaca. Cheer! I did not expect that woohoo.
Good luck there, Promise!
Thanks. I don't need it.
Go for it. Come on, let's go.
Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too.
Alright. Go for it.
Right. I'm off.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
As will I. Wuklamart is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
Alright, Aaronville. It's like we can take a nap after we pitch the tent because it's gonna take a long time. wow. It's very comfy looking.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
Yeah.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shaitana from Shaktural? Why did you cross the salt?
Education, maybe?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlian. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
I'm glad we're learning a bit more about him.
Her
Always
words
liked him.
alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking, and I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
I was.
Wow.
My hunt is now entangled with the rite of succession. I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
Wow, she was gone for a long time. It's daytime now.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
That's when she shows up.
Wait. Do you hear that?
There we go.
I did it.
Yeah. Why does she need healing? What happened?
And small wonder.
Okay, she's just tired. Okay.
Well done, Third Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
As quest complete. I'm so relieved that Dark Promise came back to us safely, and the alpaca she tamed is a healthy looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feat of gold. I think I have all these thighs from previous MSQ quests. Main story quest. Let's take the gold piece I can sell. Mablu is mine to rush ahead to the village. Let's go. Muglamat still seems a bit unsteady on her feet, hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away fatigue like magic though? Mate tea. I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. As Mama Blue so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for our exhausted third promise. Alright. I think we're headed back towards the Pelu Pelu settlement. Steve's coffee grounds? We were here, right? Earlier? This is where we got the mate leaves? I can't even remember. Might have been. What? What do you want? Alrighty. Boom. That's right. You're done. I want to learn how to do Viper later on. Look at that golden one over there, though. Come back and have the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea. Then Willamette can't be that far behind. Ooh, that tea really is magical. I feel better already. I see you've become more comfortable around my fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas, what grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to, their adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Welcome back, Third Promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes, there's no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yes, we did it. Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Zaralja did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Galul Jaja himself. Papa was chasing alpacas too? To my grandfather's stories say. So my grandfather's stories say. It was before the founding of Toliala, in a time when the mountain giants, the Yokhui, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days, to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came the young Galujaja, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by his imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Yokhui in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Galujaja showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mate tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned our plight. None could have anticipated what their visitor decided to do next. Galujaja ascended the cliffs to face the giants and freed the Pelu Pelu from the Yokhui's subjugation. He then turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traveled as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans. So it was that a few words from Galujaja transformed us into a clan of itinerant merchants. I never heard the bond Papa forged with the Pelpulu spoken of in that way before. The saga is not so detailed. Though you may not know that Galujaja sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up to the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So both my brother and my father caught the rarest of creatures, while an ordinary one was the best I could manage. The feat required no more than that, I promise, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Mablu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people in true Pelu Pelu fashion. I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. You should be proud of the accomplishments which earned you your keystone. So this is what they look like. Go on, set it in the tablet. Ooh. A perfect fit. That leaves 6 more. So there were 7 tasks, not 9. Okay. You're well on your way, Third Promise. We have been lost. We have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelu people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, Wook Lamont. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. Totally, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me. I love every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide. Yet, never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessings to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You will make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Tobli. What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one last thing I can help you with there, promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. Then I suggest you talk to the Yokhui. They once ruled over far more than just Orkupacha and the Pelu Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were overlords of Yok Toral and all its peoples. During that era, the Pelu Pelu were commanded to search for a city of gold. They scoured every corner of the continent but never found any trace of that fabled place. Yet if they didn't find anything, what could the Yokhui have to tell us? They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. We lose nothing from asking the question. Besides, we're determined to follow the path of the saga. We'll be visiting the giants eventually. Are we going there now, or do we have to go with the Hanu Hanu first? It's Hanu Hanu, right? I can't remember. It's the bird people. Oh, Crow, I have a question I've been meaning to ask. And since we finished with the feat, where did you acquire that earring? My earring, do you recognize it? Yes, pieces just like it first became fashionable in Yoktorao around 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago, right about the time my grandfather made his journey. Yet the dawn servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much, thank you. Jumping feet first into the peddler business, eh, Mablu? Right then, let's head back to Toli Yola and get ready to search for the next selector. Alright, so we're not going to the Giants next. Farewell for now, and thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn Servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. She has a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even brought a golden alpaca to heal. But if you heard Zoralja's supporters talk, they might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Wook Lamont, everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she'll win the throne. You might be right, Mablu, you might be right. I enjoyed the trading and the learning about Aaronville and Kryle's earring and Mablu's little story. I enjoyed that a lot more than I thought I would. It feels good to have the feet of gold safely under our belt. Even if my victory pales beside Zoral John, his shiny golden alpaca, I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and God knows you all have been so supportive, but I want to be strong or wise like my brothers, to be a promise that people respects. This is not likely if I stand here carrying on about things. Let's move on. Back to Zabeyav Tai with us. The contest has hardly begun. See, and then I know some of these blue quests here are for the Aether Currents for flying in this area. And then there are probably more Aether Currents down here, which we're not going to yet. Teleport me to... Yep, Toral. Here it is. Back to Torialal. There's probably another city, right? And is it before the expansion is over. Is that the one that looks like is that the one that looks like it's made out of computer parts? There's the marketplace. What's this? New dawn, new fruit. He's got a wing of. He's got the wing of protectors on the lookout for a likely venture. Why are you blue? You don't have like a special item or anything unlocking. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Right now, I want to do the main quest. Got started. I can't click. And just like that, we found an elector and won our first keystone. I knew I was right to trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep things moving. March on towards Kazuma Uka. Chances are good we'll find an elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what our patient Hanu friend has to say. It's just Hanu? It's not Hanu? Helpful Hanu is waiting to answer your questions. Let's go. I've been quite content waiting here, dining on the third promises coin, but it seems you're ready to ask your questions now. So, what is it you'd like to know? The route to Okhanu, we go south through the Arch of Dawn, then follow the road which runs along the Kazuuka River, is that right? It is. Be warned, however, my brethren tell me the recent storm has rendered the path even muddier than usual. The footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse was the destruction visited upon our homes, though. Houses were torn apart and several people injured, if not killed. Even our beloved festival is in danger of being called off this year. If you do still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. We'll be sure to watch our footing. Thank you. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds like they were hit hard by that storm. Anyway, if we're bound for Kazuma Uka, we should head over to the Arch. That's the dawn, the gate of dawn right there. Open larva? I don't think I have that minion. Give me a second. Give me a second teleport so I can do it again. Are you all ready to leave? Yes. Let's go. Then onwards to Kazuma Uka. Open the way. Your sleeping schedule's all messed up. I feel sleepy no matter what. We have music, Jake? Oh.
The land of rainbow terraces.
Look at the plants.
It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail.
Look at all the waterfalls.
Colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Wuklamat, we proceeded along the Marcy Trail, a road upon which the Dawn Servant and his comrades once traveled.
Oh, excuse me. Oof.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
It's very pretty.
The Isle calm was impressive. But as you can see, Tulihiola does not want for natural wonders.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before. Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
Let's go. Oh, cryo. What is it? There's no stopping the third promise, is there? A good thing she has Erenville to keep her from getting lost. For all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. Right, let's get moving. If we continue along the road, we should find ourselves in a village before long. Oh, okay. I thought we were a long way from the city, but look, that's the city gates right there behind us. Just follow the road. Oh, what is that? An Oolong? Alright, we're here. There's the exit right there. Everyone has arrived, and none the worse for wear, except for a certain third promise who slipped in the mud despite my explicit warnings. Hey, I asked you not to say anything. Anyway, this is the Hanu Hanu village I was telling you about. Okhanu. Ooh, that level up. Wilklamot wishes to seek out the Dawn Servant's Elector. Wonder what kind of task it would have for us. Just like our friend said, the people are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they're still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed, well, let's do what we came to do and find this elector. Oho Kali. Oho Kali? What now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard it the last time you were here. Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings to the third promise and her entourage. I, Zanu Hali, welcome you to Okhanu. As elder of my people, I should also be fulfilling the duties of elector during the rite of succession. I am ready. Give me the feat and test my worth. All in good time, all in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we are not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Right then, it helped to do some investigating at One True Pillow, so let's take a look around here as well. When I suggest a division of forces, for instance, Erenville, Alice, and Cryo could concentrate in the southern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Wuklamot, Azur, and myself will handle this northern half. Sounds good to me. Gemstone trader, merchant, mender. There we go. It's so weird that we have to keep so far away from it. But that's fine. That's fine. I'll get over it. Dispirited. You heard about the storm, we've never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and help the Dawntrail have been sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there's so much else that was lost for good. Vantage point? Surveying. So we're gonna look at some of the buildings and stuff, right? And that one up there is damaged right here. You see that. Oh, it was an egg-shaped house. That's cute. It's like a little Easter egg looking house thing. The gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repairs appear to be ongoing. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hunter I've spoken to are not their usual cheery selves. That storm broke more than wood and reeds. There must be something I could do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. Silver piece. Fantasia. Alright, I think we're gonna stop here for tonight and continue next time. Though I want to finish Midnight Suns also, so I don't know what I'll be streaming next time. But I'm excited to continue both, and I want to finish both, hopefully. So, until next time, this is Indigo Wavecaster signing off, and I hope you all have a good night.